Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Pig Brain, here today, and it's time for us to take you through with the zonal finals of Tata Crucible for Campuses 2020. We're starting with the central zone of India. We're coming to you from Hyderabad. 8 outstanding winners from their respective cities are with us here today. Remember, 2 of them will move into the national final after this battle that you are witnessing with me. Celebrating a 4.0 environment, we pick action on the first of our frontiers, celebrating innovation with teams that will battle on brands, companies, and people who've managed to stay ahead of the curve. Here it comes. $50 would be the value of an answer, plus 50 if they get it right, minus 50 if they get it wrong. We're going to pick action on all the questions appearing on your screen for the first 20 before I take you through the final frontier of 4.0. On screen, starting with the first one, it's a decision matrix where tasks are evaluated using criteria of important and not important. Stopping me at that juncture is IIM from Indore.
I'm guessing this is the Nash equilibrium. That's Professor Nash.
Professor Nash.
John Nash.
John Nash.
I guess the matrix refers to the Nash equilibrium.
We'll give you a minus 50. Continuing with the question. It's a decision box which is named after an American Army general.
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
And it's called the Eisenhower or Einhower box of decision making. I am from Nagpur. We'll get a 50. Well played on that one. Early start, first question, negative and positive. As we go to the next one, on your screen now. After creating trophy cases for FIFA World Cup, the Roland Garros, and the America Cup, this great designer company has moved on to create precious high-tech case for the Summoners Cup, a trophy awarded to the world champion team of Legends World Championship. This brand is better known for its luxury bags. On table number 5, Rouse College from Nellore.
We're guessing this is Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton specializes in making boxes, etc. for great trophies and trophy designs. Plus 50. Well played for a 50. Rouse College from Nellore. As we go to the next one on screen, here it comes. In the mid-19th century, travelers flocked to Paris to join locals at what was called the Grand Magasins du Fayel, a store like any other. Shoppers were entertained by an orchestra and indoor gardens, a cycling track, art collection, etc. However, Georges was known for another innovation which made people buy more often. What concept in the world of buying did he introduce? Doctors on my far right from All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Jodhpur.
Is it the idea of buy one, get one free?
The idea of buy one, get one free. Minus 50. IPE from Hyderabad.
The EMI scheme.
The concept of EMI. Oh, buy now, pay only little, keep paying for over a period of time. IPE Hyderabad. Well played. Oh, beautifully played. Early days, final one on your screen. Overall answer matters. Here it comes.
Quakers.
Quakers. Explain.
The person on the top is used as the logo of Quakers, and PepsiCo owns a Quaker company.
PepsiCo owns Quaker. So your overall answer is Quaker.
Quakers.
Plus 50. Oh, Hyderabad are playing well here today. They've got a 50 and a 50. Early days in our final here today. We need to take a very quick break. On the other side, I'll tell you where the teams stand. Back in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're with me, Pick Brain, watching the Zonal of the 2020 edition of Tata Crucible for Campuses. Before we move any further, a first look at where the teams stand on what we call Crucible Quotient. Here it comes. As we move on to the second frontier of our battle here today, it's time for the teams to figure out answers from a bunch of data. The future is going to be all of data analytics. Here it comes. Starting with the first one on your screen, identify this academic and research arm established in 1973 by a very famous entity in the world. They're going for it. IPE Hyderabad.
Is it the Harvard Research?
The Harvard Research Bureau will give you a minus 50. On my right is IIM from Raipur.
Is it Coca-Cola?
Minus 50 on Coca-Cola. Well, tough one for the teams here today. The United Nations has its own academic and research arm, which is called the United Nations University, quite appropriately perhaps. As we go to the next one, on your screen now. This is a series of blocks. PES from Bangalore.
These are wood block, and this was used to create the title of Joker, the movie.
The movie title Joker.
What you see in the credits of the movie, when you see the title coming up, these wood blocks were used to create Joker's title.
And he handcrafted them out of wood blocks fantastic. That's a fantastic answer coming in from Bangalore. They'll get a 50 as we go to the next one. On your screens, here it comes. Jemka was launched as a tea pack house in a small Moravian town. It later became part of Tata Global Beverages in 2006. They are the market leaders in which country? They are going for it is PES Bangalore.
We'll say Czech Republic.
They're the market leaders in Czech Republic. Yeah. Plus 50. As we go to the next question, on screen now. This is a vault. It's called the Arctic Cold Vault. NITK Suratkal, go ahead.
This has been established by GitHub, where they store like repositories. This is GitHub by Microsoft.
Put your hands together. NITK Suratkal, fantastic answer. On the next one, on your screen, here's your question. They have sporadically appeared in many advertisements since 1993 for a particular brand. Usually, they appear around Christmas. However, this brand featured them in a French print campaign, actually way back in 1922. The creator, Ken Stewart, got the idea from his Labrador Retriever and thought these are beautiful, refreshing representations during Christmas for a great brand. NITK Suratkal.
Halls chewing gum mascots.
Minus 50. Someone else has gone for it. It's Rouse College.
We're guessing this is Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. As cool as a polar bear, Coca-Cola. Put your hands together. Lovely. We go to the next one on your screen now. This man's name is Gopalan Nambiar. He started manufacturing panel meters for defense forces in 1963.
He's the founder of BPL, British Physics Lab. The TV is BPL, TPG Nambiar is his full name.
British Physical Laboratories, plus 50. As we go to the next one on your screens now. Coined by French demographer and historian Alfred Swab in a 1952 article in the magazine that is on your screen, he was referencing the French commoners who opposed the clergy and the nobles around the time of the French Revolution. The term denoted countries which were unaligned with either the communist Soviet. Go ahead.
So the people who were not aligned with either the Soviet or the American bloc were generally called the third world or developing countries. So third world.
Fantastic. Fantastic by PES. Tough questions. Teams playing extremely well. As we go to the next one on your screens now. What is RTI as an expansion? More than being a simple Parsi eatery, they provide tiffin service to Bombay House employees. They also run a Montessori training institute in their premises. They contributed at a point in time to the development of India with a very important idea that started with them. What is RTI, which at a point was also called RTII? I am Raipur.
Is it Ratan Tata Institute, which was created after the death of the younger brother who was Ratan Tata, and it was carried forward by his wife.
And what was it meant for? Why were there two eyes?
This was meant for the poorer class of women, and it initially probably it was made for like they were given jobs in there, and then it advanced to also cookery.
Well played by them. Put your hands together for a plus 50. They picked people who could not afford training and gave them industrial training. As we go to the next one on your screens now. What was co-founded by these people?
These were the actual founders of Starbucks.
Plus 50. Oh, very, very well played, Nellore. They get a 50 on this. Here's the next one on your screens now. Which company has recently unveiled these artificial humans who are AI-powered and named as Neons? They've gone for it. Is PES from Bangalore.
Samsung.
No nonsense. Plus 50. Oh, cracker of an answer. Here's the last one in this segment on your screens now. IPE have gone for it. Go ahead.
Aditya Birla Group.
Explain.
Pantaloons and Ultratech were brands of Aditya Birla Group, even Novelis, I guess.
Put your hands together for them. IPE Hyderabad, as this quiz is inching one question at a time. And I tell you what, I'm going to show you where the teams stand on the other side of this break. But you need to permit me a very quick break as you're watching a riveting zonal final from the central zone of India at Hyderabad. Back in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Tata Crucible Campus Quiz 2020 in our sequence of zonals. The central zone is playing out from Hyderabad. Here is how the 8 champions are stacking up. On Crucible Quotient. as we go to the penultimate frontier of our battle here today to pick on leadership by showing the way. Here it comes. Starting with the first one, hands on the buzzer, question on your screen. Here we go. This is called the marquee red flag car. They've gone for it is Ames.
This is the Chinese car company Hongqi, HONGQI, which manufactures the car for President of China.
Superb. Oh, superb answer from Ames Jodhpur. As we go to the next one, on your screens, here we go. An Indian technology giant had Clay Christiansen. They've gone for it. I am Nagpur.
HCL.
HCL will give you a minus 50. Someone else has gone for it and it's PES.
He's known for coining disruptive innovation, but he was on the board of TCS at one point.
Put your hands together. Well played. As we move to the next question on your screens now. Gone for it. On my right is Ames from Jodhpur.
This is the book publishing company Elsevier.
Outstanding. Oh, good quizzing. Here's the last one in the sequence on your screen. Here it comes. They are taking a chance at this one. Yes?
Is it the company Jaguar?
You get a minus 50. He thought well, played well, but went on the wrong route. Anybody on a second attempt? No one wants a minus 50 at this stage. All right. You got the drift right. You got the brand wrong. The answer that I was looking for, Kohler. Kohler is a huge giant today. Manchester United is now Kohler Man U with their support for Kohler, of course, made the headlines, becoming the first ever sleeve sponsors of Man U. A tough final is unfolding and one team looks like they will be there in a national final. The final frontier is literally going to decide who's going to probably be the second team, unless, of course, there's a completely different play out in the final round. For now, smart decisions on the go. Here it comes. Smart decisions on the go is a round where you are allowed to stop me by making a smart decision when you think you know the answer. Remember, if you get it wrong, I continue reading the question for the benefit of the other 7 teams. If you're ready, first question, hands on the buzzer. This Tata company has become the first to extend medical cover benefits to LGBT employees.
This is TCS.
Tata Consultancy Services. Put your hands together. Oh, well played. Crucial moment. Here's the next one. Hands on the buzzer. Anagram Finance was a financial institute, an NBFC, controlled by the Lalbais of Arvind Mills, the makers of the famed flying machine Denim. Which bank did they merge with? IPE. Go ahead, young man.
This is ICICI.
Perfect. Put your hands together. He'll get a 50. Here's the next one. In 1965, M.S. Pathak started the PSU in collaboration with a US-based Bechtel. IPE have gone for it.
BHEL.
Minus 50. Continuing with the question. The MIT-educated Pathak had an academic background in hydrocarbon arena and had worked for Bechtel and also for Foster and Wheeler.
Is it MTNL?
Minus 50 on MTNL. The answer is a phenomenal giant that provides services for our petroleum refineries in India is EIL, the Engineers India Limited, a very undercredited PSU which does phenomenal work. 3 questions to go, game not over yet. Here's the next one. Some artists have been featured on their cover many times. Some of these pictures on the cover have gone on to become iconic. The Beatles have appeared on the cover of this more than 30 times, either individually or collectively. She's taking a chance. Go ahead.
Rolling Stone.
Plus 50. Oh, NITK Suratkal, good one. 2 questions to go. Hands on the buzzer. I appeared in Dairy Queen, a company owned by Berkshire Hathaway, as a spokestune from 1971 to 2002. I was dropped because Dairy Queen felt children no longer relate to me. They strongly felt I was an irritation, much like my characteristics as a character. Which phenomenal fictional character appeared in Dairy Queen's marketing as a spokestune? The not giving up is NITK Suratkal. Go ahead.
Bugs Bunny.
Not Bugs Bunny. We'll give them a minus 50. Anybody on a second attempt? Well, the answer, the one and only irritation from his characteristics, Dennis the Menace. Well, was a spokesperson for Dairy Queen. Final question. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is a stretch of a little shy of a mile and a half that runs from east to west on the Hollywood Boulevards in California.
This is dedicated to Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Edwin Collins, people who landed on moon. They have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Fantastic. The final scorecard tells this story. As we move in to congratulate these teams and to give them their prizes, ladies and gentlemen, at a zonal like this, it's indeed our pleasure and privilege at a Tata Crucible to have with us here today the Chief Operating Officer of Tata Boeing Aerospace. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vishal Sangvi.
The most important thing is to dream big. No one knows anything when they start the journey. When we started our journey, we knew nothing. We had no people around 8 to 10 years back in Tata Aerospace and Defense, now it's called. And today we have joint ventures with Lockheed Martin, with Sikorsky, with Boeing, with a strategic partnership with GE. So I think we knew nothing in this business. Today we are probably one of the biggest private sector company in aerospace and defense as Tata Aerospace and Defense. So I think dream big and the life will figure itself out.